There are some sounds that Nigerians have to. We've learned to fear sounds, some certain sounds. Whenever you hear rumbling, thunder, lightning sound, oh, we get so scared. Not because of the sound itself is dangerous now, but because of what usually follows. After that sound, a lot of things that are quite, you can call it a tragedy, makes us very, very scared of those sounds. One of them is a heavy rain at night. That sound when rain start hitting the road, you will see that every Nigerian is scared. Oh, this is going to happen. Oh, after the rain now, this is what we're going to face. And suddenly sleep disappears. Why? Because you have to stand up. You have to check outside. You have to check the windows. You have to check your compound. You have to check your drainages. You have to move the chairs. You have to move some documents. You have to lift your mattress. In fact, if it's to there is nothing you would not do at that point when it starts to rain. And the painful part for many Nigerians so far is the fact that this has become a routine. It's not looking like there is going to be a permanent solution. It's not looking like we are going to move past this issue because many years ago, there was a time when we were faced with something like this. And come to think of it, after many years, we are still facing that same issue. There are families tonight who no longer enjoy rainfall. Children who no longer run outside to play in the rain. Shop owners who don't pray for rain anymore. In fact, tenants like this, everybody cannot sleep with their two eyes closed. Because in their minds now, rain no longer means a weather. It is not just a weather. For them, rain means loss of sleep, loss of peace of mind, sometimes even loss of life. So what is supposed to be like, what is supposed to mean harvest, what is supposed to mean what is supposed to mean growth and not panic, not emergency, not people climbing rooftops trying to save themselves, not saying markets destroyed, a lot of things. But here we are, another raining session, another raining season, and we've seen quite a number of videos online on social media. We've heard a lot of reports. People waist deep in flood, in water, cars floating, markets, a lot of markets have been destroyed because of the same flood. We see children, in fact, some were just at the risk of losing their lives in flood. And now we are asking the same question we asked ourselves last year, the year before that, and the year before that. How did this happen again? And I'm asking myself, I don't even think it is a situation of how did this happen again, but now it should be a question of why are we acting surprised? Because of course we know when it is a raining season, a lot of things will happen. But then why don't we take some preventive measures and put the necessary things in place? This is the Unspoken Truth. Let's talk. Well, I say good evening to you out there. Good evening, Nigeria, wherever your journey finds you listening right now. This is the Unspoken Truth Tuesday edition, Which Way Nigeria, the show where we look at the issues facing us, is confronting us as one big family. We come, we talk realities, we say the way it's supposed to be, how we should live, how Nigeria is supposed to be for every, for the ordinary citizen. And then we suggest possible solutions for us to move past all of those issues facing us in the country. And this is reaching you live from Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Diola, your radio nighttime partner. Welcome to the show. Well, tonight we are stepping into that conversation. I know you already know where Diola is going to with, the little talk you had me from the start of the show. You can actually tell that, oh, this is what Diola has come to say, because I know you've seen it. Every single one of us, we've heard stories, even if you've not seen. You've heard a lot of things happening in some communities in the country. And I'm wondering and I'm asking myself, why are we still asking questions like this? Why are we still in situations like this? Why do we still find ourselves, when it comes to the raining season, we start battling with that word called flood? So we're stepping into the conversation that affects every Nigerian. So let me tell you, whether you live on the mainland, it is island, north, east, south, anywhere you are right now. In fact, if you own a property or you're still trying to get yours, tonight we are asking a general question, because it is affecting every one of us. It does not say, Flo does not know whether you are rich or not. He doesn't want to even know. It doesn't know that. So we have to ask this question. Talking about flood, why does Nigeria keep getting flooded when it comes to this raining season? And my most concern now is, who is paying the price? Because when you look at this issue, you might want to easily put the blame on this set of people, or you want to put the blame on this other set of people. But most importantly, who is paying the price? So, we have so much to unpack on the show together. I'll just tell you to ride with me. And let me tell you that there'll be a time where you can also make your contributions on the show. You want to join the Unspoken Truth family. You want to chip in your thoughts in this very conversation. Our studio lines go 0700-903-903-903. 0700-903-903-903, or you call 0803-692-9933. You want to also call us via WhatsApp or send us your thoughts on WhatsApp 0817-175-6338. And you can join Diola live right now on YouTube. We're live on YouTube. Voice of the People 90.3 FM is the channel. Well, before we go deeper, because I know you have a lot of things to say, to share with us, before we get started, looking at what flood has even done to Nigeria so far, let us first understand how serious this issue has become in Nigeria. Many people are still asking, is it just this area? I think it's just that. It is not just any area anymore. Flood, like I said, flood does not ask if you're rich or you're poor or you're educated or you're connected. Anywhere water can just flow through, anywhere it goes with the direction. It does not care that this one, this is the family of, or this is the family of, or that is the family. It does not care. Or this one is from this tribe or this religion. It does not care. But let me start with a very simple picture. Now imagine you wake up, you wake up at 2 a.m. and rain. It is raining. Normal rain, very normal rain, nothing unusual. And then your neighbor all of a sudden starts screaming, "Hey, water, water, water!" You rush outside. Your compound is gone. You cannot even recognize your environment anymore. You see that the street is gone. You see people trying to search for their children, or you see properties being destroyed. You see people trying to save others. Someone is crying because right now the shop is underwater, and before morning, everything that you've built for 10 years, you've built for 15 years, you built for 20 years or thereabout, is gone because of what? Flood. Now that story, you might want to say, oh dear, it is quite dramatic, but let me tell you that right now, this is the reality of every Nigerian. This is something beyond their imagination. This is something that they are battling with. We are battling with. And recently, Nigeria witnessed one of its deadliest flood disaster. Yeah, I'm going to put it that way. Come to think of it, that should be Mokwa in Niger State. You can classify that as the flood that shook the country. Heavy rainfall in Mokwa. That is a major town in Niger State. And we saw entire neighborhoods swept away, houses collapsed. In fact, you cannot identify this road from this road. You cannot say, okay, I'm moving from Mile 2 to Oshodi, Mile 2 to... You cannot identify the roads. Even rescue teams, they've tried to search, nothing anymore. And the official report we got initially confirmed more than 150 deaths. 150. Not 1, not 2, not 5, not 10, not 50. 100 lives. 150 lives just gone. We also heard thousands of people were displaced. A lot of households were affected by that very flood. Families lost their children. Children lost their parents. Some people, it was that bad that some people did not even have bodies to bury. And that incident right now is making me ask this painful question: how does this keep happening? How does this keep happening? If you look at it, it is not new. I'm telling you, this is not new. In 2022, let me take you back. Nigeria experienced one of its worst floods in over a decade, in over 10 years. More than 600 people died. About 1.4 people were displaced. They don't have homes anymore because of flood that happened in that very year. And about 440, thereabouts, farmlands were destroyed. That was 2022. Let me bring you to 2024. Borno experienced a catastrophic flooding after the collapse of that is Alau Dam. Entire communities in Maiduguri were submerged. Hundreds of thousands of people were displaced. Same incident, different years, different moments. So now tonight, we have to ask, in all sincerity, are we going to say flood is still a natural disaster or something that has become an oversight of the government, or a lifestyle issue? Are we still going to call flood a natural disaster that it happens, we don't have a choice, or it has become a governance and lifestyle issue too? When I say lifestyle, I'm coming there, everybody, because when I say unspoken truth, we know the fear, we go talk. Some people will say, we will still say it because we are here for Nigeria to be better. So we need this conversation. And if I'm going to build this from scratch, because you cannot jump the problem to the solution. You need to know what is wrong. You need to know where you got it wrong for you to get your solutions. Now, people often say, na rain kosamo, na rain no, but flood is bigger than rain. Rain is normal. Rain is normal. That is nature, right? But disaster is not normal. Is disaster normal? It is not normal. And by the time we keep saying flood wiping out our cities, killing our people, killing our families, taking away our businesses, that is disaster. And disaster definitely is not normal. So why does Nigeria flood so much? Let me start with the first one I'll tell you is climate change. Climate change is real, whether we like it or not. It is very real. And Nigeria's raining seasons are becoming more unpredictable. Gone are the times where they will say, okay, it's going to rain in the next 2 weeks, and that is how it's going to be. But now they can tell you the next time it will rain will be probably in the next 3 days, and tomorrow you're waking from your bed and then it is raining. You cannot even go to work. It happens because right now, like I said, the country's raining seasons are becoming very, very unpredictable. Now, weather patterns are changing. Rain is becoming heavier within short periods. And we've seen experts coming out to tell us that, warning us, in fact, that extreme weather events are becoming more frequent. We need to be very careful of this time, because what used to rain steadily for days, now, like more recently, you will see it will just pour for hours. What can last for days previously now can last for hours. It rains very aggressively more recently. And now cities cannot cope. Citizens cannot cope. We cannot cope because the things we're supposed to put in place, we've not put them in place. And it has come back now to bite us. Well, that is the first one that I should tell you. But the second that I'm going to take it to is the fact that we have drainage. I'm not going to say we lack. Okay, some. You can say some. Lack of drainage or abnormal use of drainage. What the drainage is meant for, we are not using it for it. Then at the end of the day, it comes back at us like this, staring at us in the face. It has nowhere to go. So you see the water on the street. When I talk about drainage, I think there was a time we were talking about environmental breakdown on the show. We've had that conversation before when we looked at environmental breakdown. And on that, in that very episode, we expressed ourselves, even to the point of saying, you will see some people, the trash cans from their houses, shops, they dump it in the drainage. The same drainage that was created so that water can pass, water can move freely, easily. They will carry it, go and dump it in the drainage. There's nothing you will not see in some drainages. You see sachet water liner. You will see plastics, construction waste, a lot of things. So now it rains, water is looking for where to go. There is nowhere to go. So from the streets, from the roads, it finds way, enters the home, enters your compound, your houses. And then we'll now start to say, hey, it's Nigeria, it's Nigeria. It's Nigeria. It is Nigeria that went to put plastic in the drainage, Abi. Because now the only question I have to ask you that you need to answer me, Diola, you have to help me answer that question. It's a very simple question, no. Who blocked the drainage? I want to believe you have your answers already. Who blocked the drainage for places where we have drainage systems? Another one you want to look at that might be, part of the reasons why we experience so much flooding in the country is the fact that this one is uncomfortable, but we'll still say it regardless. Building where water should pass. People build on flood plains, wetlands. Water channels now, they've turned to estates. I know you know what I'm saying. Natural flow paths, they've become roads. And then one day eventually, you think that water will not go back to where it's supposed to be. In fact, when I was thinking about this very course, I thought to myself, I know we have land surveyors in the house. Real estate people, please come and you need to shed more light on this one. And I know because in some parts of Lagos, we see places that you're not even supposed to have buildings there because they are flood areas, like flooded areas, wetlands. Then we'll now go and use sand, fill it, and say, okay, want to build estate, want to build that estate. What do you think will happen when it rains again? You might also want to look at the fact that, the way cities are growing rapidly, people are evolving, the population keeps increasing. Yeah. But infrastructure is not matching that growth. Like I said, population keeps increasing, but is there a plan? Is there a plan, measures put in place to match, like infrastructural growth put in place to match the population that keeps increasing? You cannot keep expanding your city without expanding your drainage systems. That is why earlier when I was talking about the drainage system, I mentioned that even this drainage, we have it just in some parts, in some areas. It is not everywhere in the country. It is that bad. They feel like, oh, this part, and they don't need drainage systems. They don't need it. So when it rains heavily, you think that place will not be flooded? The flood comes and then wipes away the city, the community. Then we begin to say, we didn't know. How did this one happen again? What happened again? How will you tell me that you didn't know what happened? Well, quickly, let us now talk about the consequences. The consequences that some of you are already experiencing. A lot of us are already experiencing the consequences of this, our actions. But let me still take you through a few. The first one is food insecurity. Whether you like it or not, you see this flood of an issue. There's a big one that it can result in food insecurity. Because when your farms disappear all because of flooding, there is nothing to farm. You don't even have the land to farm on. So food becomes very, very expensive. Destroyed farmlands means less harvest. There is nothing. What do you want to go and get on the farm that's flood already washed away all the fruits? And when there is little to harvest, it means higher prices of the ones already in existence. And suddenly, what happens? Inflation. Because the little we have now, we will now want to manage. They will now increase the price again. the one that we are still managing, that we are still struggling with, though, not like we have enough already, we are still struggling, it becomes inflated. Another terrible, it is a very terrible one, no? And the fact that we are overlooking, and we keep overlooking, as long as it is not affecting my own community, as long as it is not affecting my own society, we think like, oh, this is a child's play, this is an issue that we are not supposed to talk about. Let me tell you another thing flooding can cause: health risk. Flood water is very dangerous. So mothers, fathers in the house, flood water is very dangerous. Contaminated water, cholera, typhoid, even mosquito breeding, skin infections, you name it, disease outbreaks. You now begin to hear, you hear one, they will give it one name. All of a sudden we'll say, okay, this one too, this one outbreak. All because we could not control or prevention. That is one thing flooding will do. And this one, you can put it in this way as well, and that is education disruption. Flooding will make our children miss school. They cannot go to school. How many students went to school today? Let's start from there. You went to school today. You won't try them. You cannot go. That is another thing, because the city is flooded. Children will miss school. You will start to hear, oh, we have to relocate to. Then learning stops. They cannot they cannot catch up, because in cities, communities where there is no even road for them to even walk from this house to their neighbor's house, then you now tell me they want to move from this place to school. And the one that touches me the most, which I know has been a very painful one to experience, especially for those that are business owners, is economic loss. Recently, looking at how the report of flooding in the country, oh my, you cannot imagine the business traders. You cannot imagine traders that have lost their goods to flood, lost shops, their market to flood. Traders, businesses worth millions, even if na thousands sef. You know how many years, how many efforts, sweat it took you to grow that business. Then all of a sudden, and just because of one heavy rainfall will cause flooding, and then your business is gone. You lose everything. And the sad part about losing is that it will take time for you to recover. Some people that have lost, take a look at those displaced persons. After everything they've lost, is it that easy to recover, to come back? And then another one is this mental, should we call it mental trauma? This one, people usually will not even talk about it, but then it is built, stored automatically in your head. And what am I trying to tell you? Imagine if you have to remold your life every raining season. You know, earlier when I started the show, I said something. Once you just hear the sound, oh, thunder rumbling, it is about to rain, you see in some houses they're already moving chairs. Hey, this part, we have to go and do this one, we have to go and do that one, we have to remove this, a lot of things, because it's going to rain. So you are sleeping, you are having a very peaceful sleep, a very peaceful sleep. In fact, in your dream, you found yourself dining, whining with prince and kings, and then it starts to rain, and your little peace of mind is gone. Your little peace of mind is gone. Children are not even scared. Gone are those days when it will be raining and then, oh, children want to play in the rain. There's one song that they used to sing that time. Rain, rain, go away, come again. And now no child will even go and sing this song. What do you want to sing? What is there to even sing for? So now this is an issue. But it didn't just start today. It didn't just start in 2026. We've seen it happen before. And now we are wondering, why are we still experiencing this issue? Why are we allowing something that can be prevented wipe away our city? Let me just tell you the reality right now. In case if you don't know what is going on in Nigeria, there are many Lagos. I'm using Lagos, right? Because we are more familiar with Lagos. In some other part of the country, I'll just let you know what the reality is. There are many residents now that you have to check the weather before you leave your house. I better go. In fact, some people now, they carry their there is this umbrella. You have to just pocket umbrella. You just put it somewhere. Or you buy raincoats, you just have it, because anything can happen at any time. And that is just to tell you that, like I said, the climate change is real. There are many people that know the areas that are usually affected with flood when it rains heavily. We know some areas. By the time you start asking people now, oh, this area, flood used to affect them very, very well. Oh. We know some places like that. There are many people who have to, many families that, like I said, once it's about to rain, they have to change the whole setting of the house. They have to put this one, put that one. They know, they are very much aware. There are some markets that when it starts to rain, oh, everybody, you have to lock your shop and go home. That is to tell you that they know the problems. They know the things that are affecting them that makes them feel unsafe when it is about to rain. Now that reality tells you that slowly we've adapted, we've surrendered to flooding without trying to take a step, without demanding for action, for some things to be put in place. And that is what bothers me. That is what should concern us right now. We know. It is not like we don't know. We know. When you ask some people, they will mention names, the likes of this place, the likes of... We know those places that are usually affected with flood. But the question, the point of contact now is, why don't we have things, preventive measures? We don't have them in place. So it should worry us. If you ask me now, I'll tell you, because from, like I said, from the causes, from the issues, the things that are causing the flood, I can easily tell you that, the way out of this problem, government must first improve drainage. Whether you like it or not, let that be set up first. You need to plan. You need to plan for your citizens. Proper planning, urban planning. Put drainage systems in place. Implement warning systems as well. Oh, it is about to rain, or like the rainy season is gradually coming closer. I think even before it started raining, we had some places in the country, some states in the country, I think some governors in the eastern part, they were trying to say, oh, this rainy season they have to do it this way, trying to just do some things to avoid flooding. Better still, you might just want to term it as flood control infrastructure. Government should first try and do that one. But me, Diola, I will not mention government without mentioning you. You that you are listening to me. Citizens too. We must stop treating public spaces like dumping grounds. You walk, there are some places that you don't even want to go to in Lagos. Why? As you are walking on the road, you are walking on refuse. You are walking on trashes. It is now that bad that those refuse we've now turned our drainage to refuse dump. We've turned our the drainage system that, okay, we've said, oh, governments put this one in place for us. This is the only way we can manage flood. This is the only way we can avoid a flood destroying our cities. Then we now turn that same drainage, we turn it to dumping grounds. And maybe, just maybe, because that is what pains me the most, Diola. Maybe, just maybe, we need to stop responding only after a disaster. Something happens, and that is when you now see everyone running helter skelter. Hey, my shop, my this, my that. After something already happened, after we already lost a life, after a building collapsed, that is when we now start running. Oh, what is the solution? Maybe, just maybe, what we need is prevention. Prevention is a very smarter course. It is a very smarter route. Hey, the things that you can avoid, you do it ahead to avoid the disaster. But then, me, Diola, I don't talk my own. We'll still come to you on Spoken Truth Family. From everything we've been saying, I just want to ask plainly: do we see citizens contributing to flooding more than we admit that? Yes, so Nigerians, we are the ones even causing this flooding to destroy us. And there are times that you now even hear the government say, oh, and this is this drainage project we want to execute this year. We've dedicated this amount. We've budgeted this particular amount of money to put some drainage infrastructure in place for you to make life better. We don't tire. Yet, communities still get flooded. If you experience flood in the nearest time as we are speaking, who are you going to put the blame on? Are you going to put it on the government for the fact that, oh, we don't have enough drainage infrastructure in place, drainage systems in place? Or you are going to put it on Nigerians for the fact that even the ones we have, we are not utilizing it. We are not using it the appropriate way. And remember earlier I said, oh, please, we need our land surveyors in this conversation. We need real estate, people in this conversation, because I am going to ask, should building on flood-prone areas be restricted? There are areas in the country that we know, oh, this place we're not supposed to build here. We are not supposed to have any building here because they are flood-prone areas. You know, this place, oh, they are easily affected by flooding. So should areas like that be restricted from, constructing those buildings? And maybe we can ask one more time on the show. Which way? Nigeria. How can we prevent? How can we not be faced with the issue of flooding again? How can we prevent this disaster that is taking away our lives, taking away our people, taking away our businesses, taking away our peace of mind? 0700903903903, or you call 0803-692-9933. I'll go again. 0700-903-903-903, or you call 0803-692-9933. You want to be a part of this one via WhatsApp? The number is 0817-175-6338. or you join us live on YouTube right now at Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Well, just know that very soon Diola will be coming to you to get your thoughts on this conversation. But in the meantime, we get on this very short music break. The title of this one is Which Way Nigeria? Because every Tuesday we keep asking which way Nigeria. We want solutions. We want a better Nigeria. We want a peaceful. We want a Nigeria that will give us peace and rest of mind. So every Tuesday we'll keep asking which way Nigeria, and we won't stop doing the questions. We won't stop asking the questions until we see what we've always dreamt of. And yes, this one is by Sonny Okosun. Like I said, Which Way Nigeria is the title of the song. When we get back from this music break, we'll be coming to you to get your thoughts. So don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. This has been the Tuesday edition of The Unspoken Truth. Which Way Nigeria? And the station that gives you a voice is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Diola, your radio night temper. Now don't touch the dial. We'll be back. Well, welcome back from that music break. We had Sunny Okosu giving us which way Nigeria and telling us, oh, there are things that Nigeria has experienced previously, asking, oh, how can we move past those issues? And 2026, here we are still facing the same thing, still asking which way Nigeria. But wherever you're listening from, this is the Unspoken Truth Tuesday edition. Which way Nigeria? I tell you that we'll keep asking questions. We'll keep, we'll ask real questions about where we are, who we are, and what is the way forward for us. But for tonight, in case if you're just tuning in, well, we've been talking about flood. Why does flood becoming a tragedy in Nigeria? Knowing fully well that, okay, there are some flood prone areas, some areas that you cannot, it is inevitable they get to experience flood when raining season comes. So why have we not seen measures put in place? Even when the government say, oh, they put this amount of money in place, they try to budget this money or put in that money for that project and that project, but still we hear sad stories, we hear a lot of stories, families losing their loved ones, and it makes me wonder, where are we going exactly? For some people tonight, these messages are very, very difficult to hear. But, let me quickly put on the hat of an urban planner for a minute. Let me just put myself in some situations. Cities are not supposed to flood because rain falls. Cities flood when the system fails. The systems that are supposed to prevent those flooding, when they fail, that is when we see those flooding happen. And, if the drainage are not used properly in the right way, then we get to experience all of those things we experience. But just like you heard Diola, because I've said so much on the show tonight, we've been asking now, is it that citizens, we Nigerians, we are part of the problem? We are part of the reason why whenever it rains heavily, there is no passage for water to go because we've blocked the drainage systems. Are we part of that problem? Are we the bigger problem? Or is it that the government, they failed in their own capacity to put enough drainage systems in place for us to avoid flooding? Or what is the better solution? Probably you have a better way, a better approach that we can, take. Because yes, someone somewhere might be listening and then can help us implement our strategies, the things that can make Nigeria a better place for you and I. So what is your thoughts when it comes to flooding in Nigeria? Because like I said, I'll keep saying, it is not like we don't know. We are fully aware. So now it is not a matter of acting surprised that that area and that's what happened to their community. No, because we know those areas are flood prone areas. But how can we avoid issues like this? What can be done? Which way Nigeria? 0700903903. Or you call 0803-692-9933. The WhatsApp number 0817-1756338. Or you join us live on YouTube, Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Please do well. You already know the drill. Do well to tell us your name and where you're calling from when you join the show. If you're a first-time caller too, welcome to the Unspoken Truth family. We are going to have all of your thoughts, your opinions tonight. So let's dive into it. Who is going to be our first caller on the show? Hello, good evening. Good evening to you.
Good evening to you. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. It's so good to have you on the show. Good evening.
It's a happy new week.
Yes, it is a new week for us.
Are you seeing the raining?
I'm telling if you're streaming, if you're watching live on YouTube, you can tell that I'm feeling the rain because right now it is cold, very cold outside.
Well, now it's time. Not everything gets time, right?
Right. And that is why we are having conversations like this, because even if we know that the rainy season will definitely come, there are some things that we've not done yet. And so what should be done?
Thank God for our life and everything. Okay, I greet everybody. Now, please, Diola, I want you to give me some little time, right?
I should give you...
Are you hearing what I'm saying?
Yes, I can hear you.
So I just want to take just more time to say this thing that I want to say now.
All right.
Eh?
Okay.
Um, please, mothers out there or parents out there, stop giving your child to anybody. You understand? Because this story is becoming so alarming. Now, there is a lady that was arrested in my side. That should be yesterday, right? Now, this lady, she brought people that is maybe helping her in Senate. If you see the body of these children, see, I don't know why people get at it. You understand? You go and stop somebody's child and you start maltreating that child. Could you believe that this woman have to use a knife, hot knife to press these children on their ear? Yeah? And it was a neighbor that have to call a woman right, and they came to pick her up. So please and please, I don't know when we are going to learn. Are we going to keep repeating the same thing?
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for drawing our attention to this.
When you see something, say something like this, you don't need to keep quiet. It's not. I don't know him. It's not happening to my family. Don't wait till you get to your own family. You understand? Be of a help. Be of a help. You understand? And I mean, a neighbor did not, I don't know. You understand? So sometimes our I don't care is becoming too much. Happened to me now. Why will I do this and why will I? Don't wait till you get to that point. You understand? Up to now, they are charging her to court. It's very, very good for her. If she will come out of it, she will learn something. And this woman is using her own children. No stain on their body.
You can imagine. You can imagine that. Well, I do have to say. I don't have to say thank you, like I said, for this, bringing this to our notice.
It's something alarming. Please, don't give your children to anybody. Please, so much. Thank you. And coming to our topic today, I would say we are part of our problem.
We are part of our problem.
Yes. Yes, because you will see it when you see you falling like this. That is when some people will carry the thing. You see them inside water, or you see them pouring it inside the water, calling it. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. And then they don't even mind where the water or the rain is taking all these things. They are going to go block places. And there is no good drainage and all that thing. Even if you do, they keep blocking themselves there with the waste. Yes. Even if you do good drainage, well, first of all, let them do good drainage first.
Let them do good drainage.
Yes. Let them do it. You understand? And when they still do it, people will still, block it.
So how can we stop people from blocking it?
Yeah, it's for them to just enforce any a punishable offense. You understand? Anybody that is caught doing that is to go, maybe go for 6 months, or you understand what I'm saying? Or so. I get what I'm saying.
Right.
Because it's too much. You will see. Yeah, people just some people don't even have what are they calling it? They're in their office at their home. Yeah. When they're doing that like this, they will kind of throw it to one. Yeah. In this past if you see how the if you see how the is everywhere, no even I don't know where to put legs.
You cannot.
I'm telling you, it's funny at my side. I go, yes. No way to put legs. I mean, people will call they call the live near Ghana.
Hmm.
Those ones, they don't even get details. Everything was inside there. And those things are causing problems. When the water no see, the one that they manage and do, is not seeing where to pass. What to expect? That is why water is entering people home and this thing. Yeah, and we are still the ones suffering it. You understand? And we are still the ones suffering it. Those that water
We're
is
still the
entering
ones suffering.
we are still the ones suffering it, and we are still the problem of ourselves. So I don't even know. It's quite alarming, and I don't know. So if they can eventually force it, people that can stand as in standby, you understand? If they see anybody doing anything, pick that person up. You understand? Because it's happening, and it's not a joke.
Well, thank you. Thank you so very much for your contribution tonight. And you too.
Please.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Please tell us your name before you leave. Chidera. Thank you so much. Have a good night rest for yourself. Well, every time I tell you that we are one big family and we look out for ourselves every time, I do know very well what I'm telling you. The message came from Chidera from Agopala saying that, okay, see what happened. And while she was talking, it made me remember the time when we were having a conversation on the show about families that give out their children to others, just to go and work as workers or under someone, and then they are maltreated. We talked about it some times ago, and then I recall that a lot of people came out addressing that situation. But imagine when we are still seeing a repetition of that very case. But not to take it away from what we've been talking about this evening. Yes, we are still asking about how we can control, or probably the word should be overcome, this issue of flooding in Nigeria. Hello, good evening.
Diola.
Hello, good evening to you.
How are you?
Diola is doing very well. Good evening. Welcome to the show. Please tell us your name.
Thank you. My name is Samuel. I'm calling from Okota.
Samuel is calling us from Okota. You're welcome.
You ladies, you these presenters, before we say something like this, we always condemn citizens. That is like you don't know what you are doing. Everything. I mean the citizens, the people that live in Lagos.
Okay.
Concerning the refuse in Lagos. I don't know whether we have moved to another country and see how the people over there are living. Do you understand what I'm saying? They have government.
Okay.
They have government. Government is the chief controller of everybody in a particular country.
Right.
Government provides things. It provides direction to everybody. Imagine, go to Ago, go to Lawansi. They give contracts to Chinese company. But today that it's raining, everywhere is flooded because the quota is very small. And the people that are packing this refuse, they don't come and pack these things. Have you ever gone to Lawansi Road?
I'm familiar with the place.
Have you been to Lawansi Road? Go and see that Lawansi. Go down to where Oba is living. Go and see refuse. Are you going to blame the citizen? We have local government that is doing things. They leave their work to collect money. They don't care about anybody. They don't care about it. So when I hear people saying they dump refuse, they do this, the gutter they dig is very small. It cannot contain water, the drainage anymore. It can't do anything. Go to another place. Okay. Ever since they do a gutter, I go Palace Way. Ask them. Ask the governor. Ask the governor of Lagos. Has he ever come to Go Palace Way and refuse remove sand from that gutter and pack them away? They don't do that. And they've forgotten that we have so much people in Lagos. How will they take care of these people? And we continue to blame the citizens that we dump refuse inside.
Samuel, are you with me?
Wait, let me laugh.
Okay.
Let God move from this state, go to a place like, I'm not from Akwa Ibom.
Okay.
Go to a place like Akwa Ibom. How do they control their refuse? How do they work there? The city is clean. Is it because they don't have much people? Who told you that they don't have much people? They work daily, every day. They pack the rubbish. But our government here, because of big mouth, money, they refuse to do what they're supposed to do as government. So please, I don't like all this. When we talk like this, people, other country will say, Nigerian people are stupid. I don't like all this kind of talk. Talk to government. Talk to government, local government, the people responsible to carry all this rubbish. When they don't supposed to sell land, they sell land. Is it not the government? Who sells land to these people? Who sell it to these people to block the drainage? Is it not them? It is them. At the end of the day, they will bounce back to citizens. That citizens build house in the drainage. They cover everywhere. Is it even more than the government? Let APC people know what to do. Relieve us from all this rubbish that they are putting us. I think.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, Samuel, for your thoughts on this conversation tonight.
Thank you.
Well, for everyone that, followed Diola when we started the show talking about what causes flooding in the country. Yes, remember there was that part where Diola did mention that government are not putting some drainage infrastructures in place. There were times where we also had to come to the drainage already in existence, how it is being used. There are times on the show when I'm talking, I say that when you point a finger at someone, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see the demonstration. When you're pointing a finger at someone, the rest of your fingers, the remaining 4, it comes back at you. So we are not taking it away from the fact that, we are not saying the government has done so well, but we are also trying to bring it that even the ones we have, how are we using it? So it is a two-way conversation. It is not directed or a means of attacking the citizens. No, we have to correct that. But then thank you again for your insights. Thank you for making your contribution on the show. We do appreciate that very well from Samuel. Quickly, we have to take a couple of messages from WhatsApp. This one says, good evening. Now we block am and now we go still complain. My sister, our fellow Nigerians are lawless and heartless. Many of us do things anyhow without any concern for the environment or people around them. Please hold the hammer well this night and knock the nail on any head we need hammer. We are not going to do that actually. Everybody now culprit on this issue. I concur. This one is coming from Ray Flip from Isolo, saying that, well, I think Ray Flip is going with the fact that Nigerians should be blamed when it comes to this because say now we block them and now we go still complain, meaning we are also a part of our own problem. Well, thank you for your contribution as well, Ray Flip from Isolo. And then we have this one that says, okay, I should be able to read this. I salute you, my gallant and beautiful female radio presenter in the house, Lady Adiola. Well, thank you. Good evening to you too. Saying, I hope you're motivated for this beautiful rain night. Your program is very unique and nice. Keep it up for your good job always. God bless Nigeria. God bless the management and staff at Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Keep on moving, gallantry, my gallant sister indeed. Happy end of the month of June. Have a night rest, my able sister. From OC Moral at TA Lagbaja Army Cantonment, Ikeja. Well, I do appreciate this very one, OC Moral. Thank you so very much for your thoughts. Thank you for the prayer for Nigeria, and as well, to the management and staff of VOP. We'll keep talking. I tell you, we give you a voice. That is what we call voice of the people. We'll keep talking the way it should be, and together we'll forge ahead and look at the possible ways to overcome some certain situations. Well, we can get on this. This one says, good evening, Pretty Diola and all VOP family members. Good evening to you too. Welcome to Which Way Nigeria. The only way is a good leader. This country needs a good leader that has the interest of its people at hand. We need a government that care about the sanitizer, and we also need to do the best we can for ourselves with our own hand. This one came from Vivian Love. So Vivian Love is saying, well, Truth family, we need a good leader. That is the only way. The country that the leader that can put the country, the people is leading in mind, and also we also need to do the best we can for our own selves with our hands. So now she's saying, okay, even if the government, this is the way forward, a leader that can help us, a leader that can know the right thing to do, when to do it, how to do it. But then again, even while we're still trying to say, okay, where's the leader, or this is the leader, we ourselves, what are we doing? How are we helping ourselves? That is what Vivian Love is trying to share with us on the show. Well, I'm trying to be very pacey. Well, from YouTube, we have Damien Check saying, Diola, you're beautiful. My first time seeing you on YouTube. Oh, well, good evening to you, Damien. Thank you so very much for the compliment. And then we have Hope Willie BK saying, you look pretty. Thank you as well. Thank you so much. Let's try this. All right, we have this one from Chinedu from First Act saying, I think the government responds too late, Diola. Every year, they come to warn us and tell us to not do this. Every year, we see flood, but nothing is done to prevent it. Well, that is the same message Diola has been trying to pass across. If you've been full, I have just been trying to emphasize on the fact that we know those flood prone areas. We know the areas that are easily affected when it starts to rain. We know those places. I think I saw a video now. If those that are in Alaba, your market is in Alaba market, you have a shop in Alaba market. Right now, it is a no-go area, because that place has been flooded as well. So now we come and we talk. We try to do something after something already happened. What happens to taking a step before the disaster happens? Well, just as everyone has shared on the show, I'll keep saying it. We'll keep doing the talking. We won't stop talking until Nigeria gets better. And for everyone listening, yes, the government, please do your own. Put necessary measures in place. What is supposed to be done, please do it. And the citizens too, don't leave it for this person alone. You too, prevent anything you can prevent. Those that know how to their own, they know how to dump it very well at night, or you will sweep just straight in the gutter, in the drainage. Please, because just like many of us keep saying, we are the ones that will bear the consequences. We will keep bearing the consequences. Is it not our money we are spending to treat our children by the time they get infected? By the time they start battling with cholera, is it not your hard-earned money you will still spend on them? So anything we can still avoid ourselves, we should try our possible best to see that we prevent it. Then we'll keep asking and demanding that the government should do the needful. I'll wrap up by saying that the problem right now is not even the fact that it rains. Yes, it's not the fact that it rains, but maybe we are not planning for the future. We already know it's coming, because definitely we have the sunny times, we have the sunny days, and the rainy days will definitely come. But how do we plan? How do we prepare for the rainy days? Well, I say thank you so much to everyone that was a part of tonight's episode of Which Way Nigeria. Thank you so much for sharing with Truth Family. I want to believe that, for every conversation we've had tonight, for those listening, you've been able to pick one or two. You've been able to say, okay, fine, this is the time. This is revolution. We have to now start doing this way. We have to correct our own actions as well. Or we also have to demand better from the government of the day. So I say thank you for everyone that was a part of the show. If you missed any part of tonight's conversation, or you feel the need, there is the need for you to share this message across to someone who needs to hear it. And maybe there is that neighbor, that neighbor that any small thing, they don't drop refuse. They've dumped it, they've thrown it in the gutter. You can do what to send this message to them. Just catch the replay on YouTube, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. And same time next Tuesday, Diola will be here, 9:30 p.m. We'll have another, insightful conversation episode of Which Way Nigeria. Well, you already know tomorrow is going to be another time with Diola in the studios. It is going to be about you and your relationship. The Wednesday Relationship Talk and Guest edition of The Unspoken Truth comes your way tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. as well. Well, it's going to be us celebrating, a new month. Yes, welcome. I should say welcome to July in some hours, right? So you keep it a day with me in the studios tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. We are going to be doing something very different from the usual because, now we are in the mood of celebration. And probably I should say this before I leave the studios. Yeah, I'll be saying that. All right, do well to follow Voice of the People across all socials on Instagram, on Facebook, and X, on TikTok, on YouTube as well. We are Voice of the People 90.3 FM. You can also connect with Diola on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, and X and TikTok as well. The name is Diola, spelled DE.OLLAA. DE.OLLAA. Well, before I call my name, I'm saying happy new month to you, Truth Family, in advance. We are going to be celebrating July tomorrow on the show, being my birth month. So we'll be doing something quite different on the show tomorrow. But until I come your way next time, my name is Diola, your radio nighttime partner. And I'm saying to you, stay safe, stay well, and stay blessed. Good night, Nigeria.